Welcome amigos to another tutorial. This one will be in Adobe Premiere. What we'll do is I'll show you some tips and tricks on how I sound design my sports videos. And this is a quick highlight recap of the Super Bowl. Let's check it out. Okay, let's stop right there. And one of the key things that you can do to really elevate your sports video is to add sound design. It really takes it to the next level. Now, what I'll do is let's check this out. Let me go and let's unsolo the track. And let me show you the different tracks that I have. Track number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those are all the files that I use to sound design this cut. So let's go back. Let's rewind and let's watch it again. Perfect. Now, when you're sound designing, half the battle is finding the right or the best sound effects for your video. And in this case, for sports. Now, fortunately, there is a great sound effects pack for sports that I use. Let's go over to YouTube. And this is E, and he's a content creator behind this awesome YouTube channel called Beyond the Game. E does a whole bunch of tutorials, sports videography, editing. He also does a little bit in After Effects, so definitely subscribe to his YouTube channel. And if we scroll down, if you're new to sports videography, he has a beginner's playlist, how to edit, more tips. So definitely check it out. A lot of great videos. It's a great resource if you're into sports. And he also has this ultimate sports sound effects pack that I've been using recently for my professional work. One of the great features, you have 12 different sports, 4 different bonus categories, and great whooshes and great crowd and atmosphere. You have both WAV files, MP3s, which is great because for broadcast, you should definitely be working with WAV. And obviously, you can use it in any of your editing software, Premiere, Final Cut, DaVinci, Vegas, whatever it is. So for this tutorial, I'll give you some of the tips and tricks that I use when I sound design my sports videos using this ultimate sound effects pack. And I'll put the description in the link below so you can check it out if you're interested. Now, let's switch over to this sequence. And this should be an empty sequence. We only have the library track, and that is muted. Perfect. And we'll sound design some of the shots. And the first step is to import the pack, which I already did. It is right here. So let's drill down. Let's go down to sports. You have the 12 different sports, all in different categories. And we have an MP3 and WAV format. And amigos, obviously we're going to use football, but definitely check out the different sports. Do the crossover. Check it out. For example, for this one, I went into golf and I used the golf air swing for like whooshes. I also went into rugby as well. And there's a couple good tackles that you can use. So don't restrict yourself to only the sport that you're sound designing. Go to the different sports. An example here for the golf air swing. And notice, by the way, that there's a number. There's a number right here next to it. And that simply, if we double click and open in the source window, that simply tells you the number of sound effects that are in this file. You can see 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all separated by markers. And in Adobe Premiere, Shift M will jump to the next marker. Control Shift M or Command Shift M will go backwards. And let's hear this one out. Perfect. So what we'll do is hit I for the in point, O for the out point. And let's go to the sequence, the 4th down sequence that sealed the victory for the Rams, where Donald pretty much just grabs Burrow and he tries to throw it in desperation. All right, let's see this. Let's go to track 1 and let's add it in. When he twirls them around, that's when we'll add this sound effect. Now, a keyboard shortcut that you can use to nudge your layer is using Alt and the left or right arrow keys, and that will nudge your clip one frame to the left if you're using the left arrow key, or to the right if using the right arrow key. So that, again, that's Alt or Option, left key, left arrow key, or the right arrow key. So that's what we'll do. And if you hold on to Shift, you'll nudge it by 10 frames. All right, let's check it out. All right, that's a little too early. So let's move this. Let's nudge it. Perfect. All right, now let's go down to the rugby. And I mentioned tackle. Let's see this. Perfect. So let's go in, and what I'll do is let's go to track 2. And right here, when he falls to the ground, let's add this sound effect. Perfect. Now let's go back to the football, and we'll definitely go to the tackle. And there's a great, this is great. I love that grunt sound effect. Goes really well. And what we'll do is let's place it in track 3. Now let's trim this one right here. We don't need that little section. Perfect. So you can see how we use different sports to sound design this section. There's also a lot of great whooshes. I use whooshes all the time. We'll use it for this one when the kicker is kicking, is a kickoff. Also for quarterbacks, for pitchers, for if you have a basketball player is going up for a 3-pointer or even a dunk, you can add a whoosh. So let's go to his bonus category. Let's go to the bonus category, and let's go to whoosh transitions. Let's go to short. You can see that there are 20 different whooshes in here. And for this one, I know that I'm going to use the first one. I like the first one. Perfect. And let's go to the kicker, McPherson, right here. Let's add it in. Let's move it up. There we go. And let's move it over. Perfect. And now we have the fans cheering on. This is the start of the game of the Super Bowl. So let's go to his crowd and atmosphere category. And there is cheer. Let's go to the cheer right here. And let's go to the first one. Perfect. Set the out point. Let's go to track 2. Let's add it to our timeline right here. Now to fade it out, this is what I like to do to fade it out. You can either select the in point or the out point, Control Shift D or Command Shift D, and you have this transition, and just drag to change the duration of your transition. And let's check it out. Perfect. Now what we want to do is let's go back to football. And for football, let's go to the kick. Where's the kick? Punt and kick. And let's add that in right there. Let's zoom in and go frame by frame. And we need to nudge it. Another shortcut that I use all the time to adjust the volume or the gain of your clips is to hit the letter G. The letter G for gain, and it brings up the audio gain box. And what I do is adjust gain by, just drop it down. In this case, let's drop it down by -6 dB. And let's do one more. Let's do a whoosh for the throw, and then for the catch, let's add that. And let's go back to the whoosh. And let's see. I think it's this one. All right, let's add this one. Let's go to track 1. Let's nudge it. All right, it's in the ballpark. We'll leave it like that. Let's go ahead and add the catch. We'll add this one. We'll go to track 2. Right here. So let's nudge it. And last, let's go back to the bonus. And like I mentioned, there's a lot of great ambient sound that he has for the crowd. What I like to do is add a crowd ambient, just very low in the background, but it really helps. So let's add that in and let's drop it down. Let's drop it down by minus 10 dBs. Remember, G is to bring it up again. Now let's check it out. Let's listen to this with the library track. This is not mixed, so we may have to adjust the volume for the different clips or the tracks, but let's check it out. Okay, amigos, that is it for this tutorial. Hopefully you got some great tips on sound design. Definitely check out E's Ultimate Sports Sound Effects. The link is in the description. Also go to his YouTube channel, subscribe. Remember that life is truly a gift. Make it count.